Hey everyone, this is Joel. Welcome back to BloomSprout Cottage. I'm here in the yard, in my garden, and I'm planting some herbs and plants that I picked up from the local hardware store. I'm having a really hard time this spring. This COVID-19, this coronavirus pandemic has everyone here in California sheltered in place, and a lot of businesses have temporarily closed down until further notice. That being said, my favorite nursery has closed down, and they're one of the better nurseries in our area. They are the ones we go to get the specialty plants, the different varieties of fruits, vegetables, flowering perennials, native plants. You know, it's what everything you want in a nursery. They're the ones you go to. They know what they're selling. They know what to buy. They know what the demand, what the public wants. And it's a little bit more upscale, and so therefore they're able to get a lot of things that smaller end or hardware store type big box companies just don't, they just don't bring in. But it's closed. I've been waiting all year to get my African blue basil. I wanted to get several of those and put them out in the Pollinator yard, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Over here to my left, I have some seeds, some seed trays, and you can't see it, but I have a couple cuttings of basil stems in there, African blue basil stems, and I'm trying to root them so I can transplant them and grow them, on my own from scratch. It looks like they might be taking, but time will tell. We'll see. Anyways, because I can't get the plants in the quantities that I want of those specific pollinators, I'm having to make do. And so I ran out to the local big box hardware store, to their garden center, and picked up some just basic things, which are great, but they weren't really what I wanted. So anyways, what I got was, right here you're looking at a lemon thyme, and that smells wonderful, and that'll grow in and kind of overflow that ugly black pot. And the cast iron white urn over here, I've planted an Italian oregano, and again that'll kind of overgrow the pot and that'll be big. And there right below it I have in my favorite pot, which has all these little children's faces, and that's kind of a cement concrete handmade thing. I don't know, I think we got that at a yard sale or something decades ago. My absolute favorite pot. I love that. I wish I had more of that type thing. It's so cool, architectural looking, just I love it. But in that I planted a Greek oregano, and again that'll fill in. I think that'll look nice as a crown on that pot. I'm really excited about that. So I mean, these are edible herbs. We can use them for cooking. I'm not a big cooker. I don't really grow for food. Every now and then I'll grab a sprig of something from the yard and throw it in a salad. But mainly when I grow things, it's for the pollinators, for the bees and butterflies. And so I don't know with these if they bloom or not. I realize they're not ornamental plants, but we'll see. I'm just going to plant them as regular plants and let them go to seed or flower. We'll find out what happens with them and see what if they do that, and then the pollinators will hopefully enjoy them if they do. Right behind it, a magenta bougainvillea, and I love bougainvillea, and this was on their clearance section for only $3, normally about $7-8, and marked down to $3. I guess it's past season for them. I don't know, but I thought it was a great opportunity, so I grabbed that. Right next to it we have this pink geranium or pelargonium, I'm not sure which is which. That's been there for a while now. That's kind of one of mom's plants, and we have just a recycled bottle there that we use for watering plants. Above it in a pot on the stand is another geranium, but nothing really good to look at there. In the rest of the yard I have been planting, and over here is that purple calla lily, just absolutely gorgeous, very pretty. I have that planted, oops, sorry about that, dropped my phone. Have that planted right under the larger, taller white calla lilies. And I kind of like just the look of it. I think it's a nice transition between this hard-leaved jasmine and then, you know, the more structural look of the calla lily, and then bordered by the Spanish lavender. I think it's a good transition plant there. I had a lamb's ear, and it was okay, but it just looked junky. It looked dirty. It wasn't, yeah, it was growing prolifically, but it just didn't look attractive. It was just a bad spot for it. So when I went back, when I originally got that, I got that on clearance for $3, you know, in that size. So when I went back to the store, I was hoping to get more, but they had sold out of their clearance ones, and that's why I got that bougainvillea. Next to it, I was able to get this freesia. That pretty white and purple freesia. It's kind of dying down now, but I planted that in there. I was able to get that on clearance, which was nice, for $3 also. I also got this nettle, and I forgot what the name of that is. Some sort of nettle, but it has a really pretty pink flower to it. And I think that would look really nicely with the purples and the soft purples, pinkish, going into the, you know, purple lavender and the white calla lilies. And then this vine I have growing upright, which is a jasmine, will have white flowers on it later. So I think this is a nice little complementary area for the colorations and the structure of those type plants. Coming around the lavender on the path right outside the cottage here, I pulled out the large geranium, which was really just not well positioned. It wasn't in a good area, and I didn't like it, let's put it that way. This is where I plan to put my African blue basil, but since I can't get that, I'm wanting to fill in the space and, you know, provide again nourishment of some sort for the bees and butterflies. Now, when these two wallflowers that I have here, these are purple wallflower. I forget the variety of it, but I have those planted there and put those in yesterday. Those will get about 2 feet wide, 2 feet high each, so two nice mounds kind of growing into each other. And right in front of that, I have this Icelandic poppy in this gorgeous pink coloration. Kind of looking a little bit red here on the screen, but it's a beautiful pink with yellow. And if you can see, it will soon have some more flowers coming up on that. And then what I was thinking is, like, maybe in this space here, and then maybe coming around the corner, having some chamomile, and I have that planted. The seeds are planted for that. For the bed here, I'm waiting for my seeds to arrive in the mail. I'm telling you, this pandemic has slowed down the mail drastically. I've had these seeds on order for weeks, and, you know, they say that they've shipped. They really should have been here, but, you know, I'm getting messages saying it's going to be another week or two, if not May, for these stupid seed packets to arrive. I mean, what up with that? I mean, it's just a seed packet. Just put it in the mail and send it. I don't know why it has to take these companies so long, but I get it. You know, maybe they don't have the staff. I don't know. But I want to put some other poppies in there and some other flowers, which I forgot what they are. But that'll add some height and color in this little rock garden here. Behind it, in that little spot right there in front of the rocks between the two wallflowers, I'll leave open for now. Who knows, I might be able to tuck something in there. The grass mulch is working well. It's dying down, as you can see. I was pulling weeds from the side of our house. We have some grasses and some other weeds and ferny type stuff, which are becoming a fire hazard, and I have really bad allergies. This area that we live in we're between the river and a mountain, and it's just a valley of pollination from spring into early summer. And so basically with my hay fever allergies, I'll be dead during that entire time. So I have to cut back, but instead of, you know, putting them in yard waste, I thought I'd mulch this ground because I don't fertilize. I don't use any chemical fertilizers. I don't use any fertilizers really, natural or chemical, natural or man-made. Occasionally I'll use fish emulsion when I plant something initially. This lavender has got to move. We saw that I put this Mexican sage here, and that's going to grow. This entire section is going to grow. It's going to go by like 4 by 4 feet, and then even more on that. Borage in here, but this ground is like kind of pretty hard. It has a lot of clay in it, and it's pretty dense. So I'm using that chop and drop method, just putting down this grassy mulch, vegetational mulch, organic, and just letting it kind of deteriorate and dissipate the nutrients into the soil. And I'll just continue with that going forward with my lawn clippings, and I think I'll be able to build up a nice little flower, nice soil for the flower bed that way. Pardon me. Coming around here to the corner, I did some more planting. Down here I have some beautiful, what are those called? Columbine. I've never had columbine before, but I've been seeing them on the internet, and they've been beautiful. I'm hoping they grow much taller. I mean, if those would grow like 2-3 feet, that would be awesome. These might be just kind of like little small ones. Either way, they're adding color to the garden here, so that's fine. And then I'll have other things kind of coming in this area. Some seeds are planted. And as the seasons go and we'll progress with this pandemic, we'll see what can happen with getting out to the other nurseries where I want to go. Hopefully they'll be open, and I can get some of the plants that I really want. The African blue basil, maybe some more lavender. The borage is doing great, but there's just other things I want to get. This here is, I can't even see it because I'm in the way. I always come out here and film it at like the wrong time of day. But this is the African blue basil. And it's really scrawny and creepy looking right now. Usually it's a beautiful kind of like a 2x2 mound or 3x3 mound, beautifully shaped. And during the summer it'll grow these little spires, and they're just this beautiful purple color, if you can see here. Absolutely gorgeous. The bees are attracted to this like sugar. It is just the best plant I have had in my yard for pollinators. All the bees love it, of all the types. Butterflies love it. Everything loves it. And it has these really pretty leaf clusters with kind of that purplish blue coming through the center. And it has a wonderful camphor smell. Oh, I wish you could smell that, because even here now it smells delicious. But these are sterile, so they do not produce seeds that you can plant for reproduction. You have to propagate them. So that's why I've cut off a couple of the stems, and I've planted them to try to propagate them, if that's the correct term. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, here in the garden, it's coming along, but very slowly, much more slowly than I had wanted it to be at this point. A lot of work to do. I still need to level out, the ground part of it. I need to weed my path and get more of this rock cover in here. And I love my blue. Those blue flat marbles, they're really cool. It's like a little blue river kind of, in a sense, and I love it. Anyways, I'm gonna let you go, and let's look at the bees here. There's a bumblebee on the borage. Can you see her? Where'd she go? Here she is. And I have some other bees. They're all kind of flying around, doing what bees do. They absolutely love the borage. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I squat down here, they all kind of disappear on me. except for her. She's enjoying herself. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.